Hey everyone, welcome to Dollar for Dollar. My name is Heather. Today I'm going to share with you some startling numbers that I have just come across, and I just felt the need to automatically share this because this is scary, folks. And if you are out there and you have car payments or are thinking of entering into some sort of car loan or leasing, you definitely need to hear this. So I found this article from creditkarma.com. It's updated as of October. So this is really recent, October 9th this year. And they compared the average car payment from 2019 to this year, 2020. And they found that the average new car has actually gone up in price by 2%. Now, that's not entirely startling. That pretty much follows inflation. However, I do want you to see what that means for you, especially if you are thinking about purchasing a car. So, they have this little chart here at the bottom that shows the average car payment, how it's actually gone up steadily over time, and they're comparing a new vehicle to a used vehicle. Now, many of you may already be aware, but if you are not, when you purchase a new vehicle, you are taking a huge dent right off the sticker price the moment you drive it off the lot. That is why I would never recommend you buying a brand new car unless you can actually afford to take that hit. And how do you know if you can afford to take that hit? Well, essentially, if you are a millionaire, that's how you can tell you can afford to take the hit when it comes to buying a brand new car. I mean, I even say like a year, 2 years old, like something to take the sticker price down, because the fact of the matter is the average car loses 60% of its value within the first 4 years. Okay. 60%. That's huge. Okay. So if you want a huge discount on a vehicle that's reliable, just wait, buy a car that's 4 years old or older, and have a car that's reliable for your family, for you. And don't go and buy a brand new vehicle again, unless you are a millionaire and you can take the hit. So, what would this look like if you actually took the average car payment and you were to invest it? This is going to probably scare some of you. So, I ran some numbers and it is quite startling. If you were to never have a car payment, all right, and you were to invest the money, what would that look like? So, I found this great nifty calculator. It's actually investor.gov. So, I feel like it's slightly reliable. So this is a compound interest calculator, and this is going to tell you how your money would grow over time when you factor in compound interest. So let's say you took the average car payment of a used vehicle. We're not even going off a new vehicle. A new vehicle, the average car payment is $568. That's insane. But for a used vehicle, the average car payment is $400. Still a lot of money. I still think that's insane, but we're going to use that number because I think that's a little more realistic for the majority of us. So, what would that look like if you took that money and you invested it rather than having a car payment? You see here, I've inserted my numbers already. So, my initial investment, we're going to say we're starting this month with the $400 car payment that I would have made, and taking that and putting it into this investment account. Then we're going to put in our monthly contribution. Again, I'm going to assume that nothing changes over time, even though we know that with inflation, the average car price, the average monthly payment will go up. But we're just going to say, for the sake of easy numbers, we're going to always put away $400 monthly into this account. And now, length of time. So let's say you are starting at the age of 20. And again, you refuse to have a car payment and you decide you're going to retire at 65. So you want to see how your money would grow from 20 to 65. So let's do 45 years here. And then we're going to do estimated interest rate. I'm going to say 10%. I've also included a variance range. So that lets me see what it would be if the stock market or my investment did really well by 2 percentage points, or a little lower than I expected. Again, 2 percentage points below that. So this is going to show me, once we calculate this, 8% return, 10% return, and 12% return on my money. And so we're going to compound this annually, and we're going to see what it spits out. So in 45 years, if I would just take the money I would spend on a car payment, which again, a car is a depreciating asset, I would have in 45 years, again, being conservative here, just looking at 10% return, not saying there's going to be a better year, not saying there's going to be a year that's worse, but over time, this is just what I'm averaging. I am going to have just shy of $3.5 million. So I really hope you like your car payment because your car is costing you roughly $3.5 million. That is what it costs to fleece or basically take out a loan on a vehicle. Again, a depreciating asset. And again, if we're going to be conservative here and we're going to say, I'm actually going to get an average of just 8%, I am still looking at well over $1 million. We're at here 1.86. Guys, that's not a joke. That's nearly $2 million right there if we're just being conservative with 8%, which you can get 8% no problem. And if we're going above that and we're looking at 12% as my return, that number is even more staggering. We're looking at $6.5 million. $6.5 million. This is something that I think a lot of people, especially our younger generation, we need to be aware of. We cannot delay saving for retirement. You cannot underestimate the value of compound interest. So again, this is just looking at the average car payment right now. And if you were to take that and you were to never have a car payment, not only are you making sure that you own a vehicle that you can afford, again, there is a big difference between buying a vehicle that you can just make monthly payments on and then buying a vehicle that actually can be paid off, that you can pay in full. That is how I would dictate you should be able to purchase that car. If you can pay off the car in full, pay cash. Just do it that way. That's what my husband and I are working on right now. We've saved a bunch of money so we can purchase our next vehicle so we don't have to take out any sort of car loans. So let's just go back real fast to these numbers again. And let's say you were to take a brand new car payment, okay? $568. And we were going to do that monthly. And I'll keep the time here the same. We'll still give my 10% with that 2 percentage points up and down below it. And we're going to calculate. $4.9 million. And if you are looking at this chart, you will see that even in a conservative note, we are looking at 2.6 million, but on the high end at 12%, which is what the average, the S&P does on average every year is 12%, $9.3 million. $9.3 million. I really hope you like your vehicle, your brand new vehicle, because that is what it is costing you to take that car off the lot, $9.3 million. So I hope this video has been really informative for you guys. Do yourself a favor. Buy a car with cash. Don't get into these loans. Don't think you need to have the newest, greatest thing. There are always new cars they're releasing. Cars are so advanced nowadays. I mean, the fact that cars have AC is probably mind-boggling to your grandparents, right? Like they didn't have that luxury growing up. I still remember when cars had the like roll up and roll down windows, you know, with the little arm and you had to kind of maneuver it manually. I mean, come on. We are so spoiled and we don't even realize it. So think long and hard the next time you are in the market for a car, because this is what a vehicle is actually costing you. So thank you so much for watching today. You know this video is helpful, so please give it a like. I will share my 2 links here in the description below so you can see this for yourselves. You will know I am not making this up. There is no gimmick here. This is real. These are true numbers, what you could be earning if you were to just take the money you would spend on a car payment and invest it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed already. I will be posting more content like this and talking about car savings and saving and retirement in general in the near future. Thank you. I will catch you on the next video.